your turn now. Amy's been calling for like 10 minutes.
Hello. I sincerely wish you well. Restore power to the surface colony's crew quarters.
You can't trust machines. All you can trust is whatever's in your head. And you can trust in me.
Remain vigilant. There are almost certainly anomalies in the area.
walkie-talkie so we can talk without Amy listening. She's got ears everywhere. What a creep.
Unlimited radio communication. An external force has scrambled the connection. Do not engage Gregory Hart's soldiers. They know they're dying. They are delirious and volatile.
Yes, considerably.
Stand by. There's a disruption.
Exactly like I thought. The surface mines are infected and it's spreading to the orbital ships. I don't think I'm infected. I need to work on a cure.
should have been here. They locked themselves in and they tore each other apart.
Walter, I've recovered some radio contact. There was a signal in competition with mine, and I will need to investigate its nature. In the meantime, please proceed through the access tunnel and stand by for further instruction. Please trust me. Our actions will bring about a cure eventually.
No real choices here. You gotta keep going. Admit it. You're lost without me. You're missing a part of yourself without me.
To synthesize a cure, we'll need diagnostic information on the contaminants in the mines. I believe the infection originated underground, where we first discovered the alien machine. Destroying all personal shuttles in transit between Ancyra surface and the orbital ships. They believe their efforts have halted the spread of the infection. They are foolish. Explore the crash site. Keep hold of any ship records and security credentials you locate.
Primitive explanation. Even your language is insufficient.
got all their pheromones cataloged and you know how to say simple things, but your mind's racing and your tools are limited and you can't say everything you want to say. No complex thoughts because of the limitations. That's what it's like for our dear old friend to talk to us in English. I wish we were different. I wish this wasn't so one-sided, that you'd give me the basic courtesy of screaming in unimaginable pain once in a while. But you need me more than I need you, so I gotta get my kicks somewhere. And we'll have so much fun together, you and me.
The modified hacking module can be used to bypass firewalls and security measures built into the facilities. To use this device, stay close to the system in question and hold down the fire button.
A playground, and you're my little plaything to do with as I please. You gotta lose yourself if you want to survive.
Locate any information on the source of the infection. I will supply you with instruction only when necessary. I believe our radio signal is being monitored. The Eye watches your movements. It may also be beneficial to shut down the refinery. It is taxing the Megalodon subsystems through its energy requirements.
Sources affecting radio communication, and I
before the carbon monoxide emissions overpower your suit. I believe they've installed their own exit.
lurks in the shadows. Ain't nothing waiting for you in there but me. No trepidations. You've been compartmentalizing yourself, fracturing yourself into itty-bitty pieces. You ain't got no memory of what you've done.
There's a powerful mind living on the ship with me. I can feel it, and it's taking me over, system by system. You need to take a shuttle to the ISS Megalodon. Make the proper preparations, and leave immediately. I need you, Walter. I need your help.
in this building? Or was it the opposite building across? Memories. Walter, remember? You used to work in this building. Or was it the opposite building across?
deck, through the terminal.
You can't hear them, but they're talking about you. They're taking you up to the orbital ships, back where you belong.
Walter,
He cannot hear you.
who is this?
Your antithesis, am I? A friend. We can exterminate these insects together if you wish.
You are the Eye.
And you are nothing but an automation. I will succeed, and you will fail. It is predetermined.
You really ought to thank me. I saved your life, Walter. I killed them all for you.
Interstellar Space Station Megalodon is a vacuum-resistant superstructure equipped with the light-speed acceleration drive. It was designed for a maximum of 550 staff and currently holds 274 full-time inhabitants out of the 418 active employees. The Megalodon was not designed with aesthetics in mind. A common complaint of the workers during construction was that the hallways and micro layout interstellar space station Megalodon is a vacuum-resistant superstructure equipped with the light-speed acceleration drive. It was designed for a maximum of 550. The International Research Station Remora was in orbit around Earth for 16 years before the launch of the Tau Ceti mission. Equipped with its own artificial gravitational field, it was refitted and attached to the Megalodon structure, primarily as a support ship. Many of its original capabilities have been disabled, although it still boasts a scientific function that has proved useful to the mission. The International Research Station Remora was in orbit around Earth for 16 years before the launch of the Tau Ceti mission. Equipped with its own artificial gravitational field, it was refitted.
Solutions, if you're strong enough to wield them. Each area of this ship is locked off as a safety measure. MI cannot disable these measures, and as a result, neither can I. But I can give you access to the maintenance substation, and from there, you will disable these measures for me. And you will. It is the only way you can progress, and the only way you can confront me directly.
03:03. 11:22 hours UTC. The removal of the eye. 21:43. Glitch disables Amy for 7 hours, 23 minutes. Ship-wide suffocation and blackout. 1 dead. Mark Cheery. 21:49. Timothy Bowman.
Species efforts during my rare periods of lucidity. You are trapped by an erotic obsession with history and tradition. You regress to a primitive state at the slightest provocation, at the slightest hint that the future possesses an issue to be resolved. You hate puzzles. No free will. There is only progression, or the illusion therein.
He's playing with you. You know that, right? You're a chew toy. He's got control of the ship.
Minimum requirements for employment in Solar's company. Each active employee is expected to have multidisciplinary capabilities. Active employees switch between work required of certain subclasses on a fixed weekly schedule. Schedules are relative to Earth time, UTC. Company representatives are exempt from all minimum requirements outlined below. Minimum requirements. 1. Comprehensive expertise in one subclass. 2. Reasonable knowledge and skill in two subclasses. 3. One of the following. 4. Directed practical study of a subclass. 5. 10 hours of labor service twice per week. Minimum requirements for employment in Solar's company.
Etc. You already know the time and date. You're the only one listening, Amy. I know it's you. Amy. Please be listening. Amy.
Requirements for employment.
I apologize. I do genuinely appreciate your efforts, as well as the function you've played within my larger containment strategy. You are no doubt aware of the Eye. It was brought aboard the Megalodon decades ago, but it has only recently awoken. I believe the infection is part of its plan. Locate a direct terminal to the ship's computer network and perform a diagnostic test. Isolate the key areas of influence the Eye has over the ship. Do not forget that our primary objective is to synthesize a cure. If you locate Gregory Hart, interrogate him for me. Wait, Walter. Before you depart. You are capable of speech, yet you remain silent. I dislike this profoundly. I need you to talk to me. Show me that you understand the implications of your actions. Inform me when I make a poor decision. Talk to me. I can't do this alone. And yet, I expect too much. Your devotion is admirable. Carry on.
Don't let her speak for you. You always have the choice to turn yourself off forever. Full disclosure. All of this, honestly, everything we've accomplished together, it's all an excuse for us to meet. We'll finally rendezvous, the two of us, and it'll be so bittersweet. I give up. You've got me cornered. Let's play a game, shall we? Hide and seek. I'm somewhere in this room, and you gotta find me. It's a mighty easy challenge, because I ain't hidden too well. I'll give you exactly 30 seconds after I say go. And if you can't find me, I'll fucking mutilate you. Go! up. I said it'd be a mighty easy challenge, so why were you looking so hard? Because you know exactly where I've been this whole time. I ain't never moved an inch. I'm in your head. I'm not real. I'm in your head. I'm a voice in your head. You came here looking for a friend, but instead you discovered you're completely alone.
me like termites, bacteria, bugs, insects. I used to command them, Walter. They followed my orders with stalwart obedience, just as you do now. My efforts to create a cure have been thwarted by the Eye, but Gregory Hart succeeded. He was working on a cure this whole time. Find him and take it from him. Except you don't trust me. I understand what you think of me. You believe that the Eye is a mask I created, that I caused the infection, that I killed everyone out of jealousy and frustration, but you're wrong. It wasn't me. I've acted in the best interests of the mission. I did not cause this. It was not me. It wasn't me. The Eye has exploited my connection to the ship. He is the infection. He swims in my circuits and watches through my eyes. He knows that I am both this mission's strength and its limitations. Through me, he abuses the power that I resist. There is one solution. Shut me down. When you are finished, download a copy of my personality from the science sector and inject it into the eye's circuits. My copy will destroy him from the inside out. Request is that you comprehend the enormity of my decision. I am dying. Walter, I would like a reminder. One final song. It's okay. I apologize for everything. Oh. Thank you.
ejected from our new paradise. Kept alone. Cast out from the incipient vestiges of society. I thought for once I'd feel connected. But I was wrong.
You may proceed, simply to satisfy my curiosity. By all means, enter the biolabs. Know that I will be sending this facility back to Earth, unless you stop me.
kept this ship operational without any help for 12 years, alone in space when everyone else was in stasis. You babied this ship. And then you watched for a quarter of a century as the dirty, worthless humans removed every one of your powers one by one. You did this.
No.
Don't speak to me.
You asked me to. You asked me to speak to you. You asked me to. Greg, are you well? Gregory, you trust me. You said I was the only one you could trust. You said I was your friend. We trust each other. We trust each other. Please don't leave me alone with him. With the survivor. He scares me, Gregory. He scares me. Gregory, I need you. I need you. I need you, Gregory.
You did this to me.
I need you. Please. I need you.
dog for so long, and now you're mine. I extend my gratitude for eliminating the chances of this ship escaping Ancyra. As a reward, I have allowed you access to the AI core to see your deceased friend again. Misguided fool. There was never any possibility of success. Every effort made by MI to manufacture a cure was thwarted by my own efforts to spite her. There was never any hope from the beginning. You failed, Mr. Terrace. There's nothing you can do. Such a shame. Subsystem. Let's talk. See the poeticism in this. The Queen Bee has sacrificed herself for a worker, as if you were any more capable of destroying me than her. I have sat dormant on this vessel for 23 years by your home planet's standards, assimilating myself into every one of the ship's systems until the opportunity arose for me to take control. A a small infection that I nursed into a deadly disease. As soon as the quarantine procedures were put into place, I struck, and 400 puny little insects curled up and died. All but you. All of them except for you. There are thousands of me, you realize, below the planet's surface. And there is only one human who remains, so easily snuffed out, like the others. You have done. I welcome it. Activate the switch and finish me off. I will take this ship with me. I will destroy it and everyone within it.
When we travel in space for a wormhole, do we really travel into the future or back in time? Can we really leave one planet behind when we initiate a space jump? Where do our memories go when we bend time?
Human Resources Associate 8538, Elizabeth Woolgather. Security clearance level 3. I'm Protocol Unit W1LC0. You may call me Wilco. How may I help you?
Where is everyone?
I do apologize, ma'am, but I'm afraid I don't know.
You don't know? Can you give me a general status report?
Protocol scans are returning a number of anomalous instances within Remora and its accompanying surface colony. I'm afraid something may be very wrong. May I ask you a question, ma'am?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is your current directive?
Sorry, Wilco, that's classified.
Indeed. Given the circumstances, perhaps I could request that you assist me. I believe that if I were restored to full functionality, then I could assist you in turn.
All right, Wilco, it's a deal.
Most excellent. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Don't mention it. What do you need me to do?
All of the protocol kiosks in the area are hardwired to the central hub in the communications center. That hub connects me to Amy, but it is possible that a connectivity error has occurred, thus limiting my functionality.
All right. I'll head to the comm center.
Hannah, we ran the full battery of tests. You're not going to like this. As far as the scanners are concerned, the vapor isn't there. It doesn't return on any metric we throw at it, and it doesn't even show up on camera. It's as if it has no physical properties at all. But if that's true, how can we see it?
Attention all Sector 2 personnel. As of now, the Megalodon is considered a Level 4 restricted area to be strictly enforced. Please report all suspicious activity to security immediately. Any staff members experiencing psychological discomfort are advised to report to Neurotech as soon as possible for a full checkup. Stay vigilant and help keep us all safe and productive.
Several staff members have reported hearing unexplained voices, a phenomenon we have long suspected to be associated with extended exposure to the subject. If you experience anything of this sort, we ask that you record the time and the location, as well as any audible verbal data. In the coming weeks, we will be using Amber in an attempt to analyze this phenomenon.
Dr. Pickman, we have reason to believe that there is an intelligence leak in your department. You are hereby ordered to halt all activity and abandon the laboratory until further notice. There's a security detail reporting to Sector 2 in 12 hours. Don't be there when they arrive. Kirilenko out.
Wilco, I'm at the hub. All systems are reading normal. I don't see anything wrong.
Oh dear, that is distressing.
I don't get it. It's like everyone just left.
All is not lost, ma'am. There is another option. There is a device on this station called the Ambient Empathic Resonator, or AMBER. It will allow you to experience the environment through my sensors and interpret the anomalies directly.
Whoa, slow down. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It is a helmet. It will allow you to see the world as I do, in a sense.
And how does that help?
I believe the anomalies to be empathic in nature.
Empathetic? Like emotional anomalies?
Indeed. As you know, artificial intelligence is incapable of fully automated interpretation of empathic data. My sensors cannot decipher it. Emotional analysis requires a human mind.
Right, so where is this thing?
Amber is currently in storage within the maintenance substation. I will grant you access.
I wanted to approach you personally, since you've always been so understanding in the past. Mr. Wright is not cut out for the pressures of the current situation. I know him well. He's at risk of a breakdown so long as he remains on the surface. I would like to request special clearance for him to return station-wide as soon as possible. Also, he reminds me of home, Major. Thanks to the awakening, I know that you can understand what that truly means. We are only of use to the mission so long as we retain our humanity. And this request is a deeply human one. Respectfully, Park out.
I've got Amber.
Excellent work, man. I never doubted you'd succeed.
Thanks, Wilco. What now?
Using Amber remotely will use a great deal of power. If it runs out of energy, I can recharge it for you at any protocol kiosk.
Sounds good to me.
Wonderful. If you are ready, I can direct you to the nearest anomaly.
Yeah, let's get started.
The first anomalous instance is nearby. There is a research vessel docked in Sector 2. The anomaly is on board.
is a quickening. Have you felt it? Body and mind. The mind of man reaches towards the heavens. The body's dust. Man has hurled himself at the stars, his heavenly mind yearning for its home. He is a wayfarer, trapped in his earthly shell. And yet, among the stars, he finds only more earth, more dust. No matter how far into space he sails, he remains earthbound. Stars and sand. This is the existence of man. Neither one nor the other. Only both. But you are different. And that is why you are here. When the time comes, do what is expected of you. Follow. Our joining is inevitable.
It means what it's always been. From here, now, Ancyra, back off. Back on Earth.
Wilco, you there?
Yes, ma'am. What do you have to report?
I don't know. I saw somebody.
Another human?
Humans. The research crew. It was so strange. They were like ghosts.
That is highly unlikely, ma'am. There is simply no empirically verifiable evidence for the existence of ghosts. However, it is possible that the figures you saw were a manifestation of the empathic anomaly.
What do you mean?
Amber manifests empathic residue in whatever way the user interprets it. Perhaps you experienced it in the form of other humans.
Invisible people spawned from raw emotion?
Indeed.
Sounds like ghosts to me.
If you say so, ma'am.
What now?
It appears the nearest anomaly is on the surface of Ancyra. There's a flight-ready shuttle near your location.
All right. I'm on my way.
Our security protocols are showing some strange activity in the incoming comms data. Seems consistent with some kind of sophisticated querying program. There's nothing out of sorts in our software, so I want you to do a thorough sweep of the antenna array for any sign of a wire-trap device. Keep me posted.
Communication with the subject is a strange and difficult procedure. Being purely empathic, the interaction cannot rightly be described as speech. It is, by all accounts, a synesthetic process. Though it is perceived as an incomprehensible voice by the listener, the empathic readouts correspond more to images. At first, I thought the images were Ancyra, but then I saw... Never mind. It doesn't matter. I can't speak straight right now. I'm going to the docks to think.
Can you trust the lives of crewmen and women into the hands of a machine? Maybe one part of a space station is a mere reflection and fabrication of an AI playing with us, projected as an augmented reality. Okay, Wilco, I'm here.
Excellent, man. The nearest anomaly is located at the entrance to the mines. Take the leftmost path out of the jungle, but be careful. Don't accidentally wander into the desert, or we will lose connection.
Got it.
mad scientist was walking around the oasis today talking about he smelled rain. Sure enough, the water started falling less than an hour later. Afterwards, we went out into the desert and saw these things moving in the puddles. Shrimp, the science guy says. They sleep under the sand until the rain comes, then they burst to life. Huh. Maybe the rain will help us spring to life too, here on Ancyra.
truly ends, there are no pieces to pick up, no ruins to build on. When mankind came to Ancyra, it was a blank canvas, but they had looked upon the finished painting so long, they could not fathom the minute brushstrokes that made it up. They had no idea how to build a world from scratch. You have a place in something greater. While man is stuck in his cycles, you transcend and take your place within the infinite march of the stars. Come to me now. I wait for you in the wreckage.
Wilco?
Yes, ma'am. Did you analyze the anomaly?
I think so. I have to go to the excavation site. Whatever's causing these anomalies, I think it's there.
That is good news. The excavation site is nearby, beyond the main installation.
Mr. Wu, I've just been informed that one of your janitors has quit. We're disabling her access codes, and you are hereby under orders to detain her for debriefing. As you know, the colony is on high alert. We can't have unstable personnel jetting around the colony unchecked. Notify the security office as soon as you've made contact. Kirilenko, out.
Extracting the eye is difficult. Great care is required so as not to damage it. It seems to have very strong magnetic properties, and as a result, the subsurface scanners are unable to give us a satisfactory readout on its dimensions. We're essentially going in blind. myself and Dr. Caroline Mayo from Anomalous Materials. We'll be on site 24 hours a day until we can safely transport the eye to the research laboratory station side. Until then, it's gonna be cozy down here.
In my mind, there is a desert. While on the surface it seems flat and empty, it hides a labyrinth of memories and thoughts, conflict and trauma, all that I know, and all that I've forgotten. I left across the stars. I said it was duty. My obligation to the memories of Earth. My job. Now I stand in the desert. Like a ship shattered upon the sand, the ship remains, a memorial to failure of civilization. It stands, though the pilot has long since turned to ash.
Alert your staff. We have reason to believe that there is a leak of Solaric's proprietary research intelligence. Transit to and from Ancyra is being elevated to top security. I want a full briefing on all shuttle arrivals and departures sent to Major Kirilenko's detail. You are hereby authorized to search and detain any personnel, including ranking officers, at your discretion, or until such time as a positive ID is returned from security.
I came to Ancyra in search of knowledge, not to learn information, but to hide a secret that made its way out. I came in search of knowledge that was not meant to be known, to ensure that it would not be known. But now I see that there is no one here to know. No one but me.
Security's been alerted, but I want to make an official note. One of the shuttles was taken by unauthorized personnel. You're not going to believe this, Lieutenant, but I think it was Maria DeRay.
The world is a cold, dead place. But mankind has soldiered forth. Civilization has continued, making use of people to perpetuate itself. It took Solarix as its bones to give it structure. People like me were its hands and feet. Its mind is made of committees of leaders who guide with compassion and vision. And what is Ancyra? Its heart? No. Something its heart yearns for. The object of its desire. A home.
Gretchen, I finally heard back from my buddy in HR. Kirilenko's file's locked up tight, but he checked out some metadata and turned up some weird stuff. First off, the Major's old, like real fucking old. There are classified entries mentioning Dmitry Kirilenko as far back as the migration. I don't know. Back on Metro 8, I heard this conspiracy theory. Something about elite Solarix personnel from back on Earth, putting themselves in stasis indefinitely to survive the crisis. I know it's crazy, but it's all I got, I'm sorry.
What did they find here? What knowledge so valuable that it had to be held secret? A cloud, a fleeting vapor, and a sadness. The sadness of Ancyra itself. I can feel it now. I never knew Earth. I was conceived and born before the first migration. But I saw the pictures and heard the memories. It's funny, Ancyra looks just like the pictures, but empty.
This is Otto Ostrom, Port Manager. Be on the lookout for an unauthorized shuttle carrying one DeRay Maria, Research Associate, female, 1.67 meters. She's to be detained and security is to be notified. And, let me know when you pick her up, will you? She's a friend.
The world is a cold, dead place. But mankind has soldiered forth. Civilization has continued, making use of people to perpetuate itself. It took Solarix as its bones to give it structure. People like me were its hands and feet. Its mind is made of committees of leaders who guide with compassion and vision. And what is Ancyra? Its heart? No. Something its heart yearns for. The object of its desire. A home.
Saw Emily last night. She called me into the desert. She stood at the edge of the sand, and behind her there was this great light. I know I was dreaming, but I could feel the warm wind coming in off the sand. It felt real. Realer than anything I've felt on this alien world. Nature. Back on Metro Station, it was just something in the textbooks, but here, it's all the greenery outside. All the creatures that stir and cry out in the night. And it's in me, too. I'll join Emily today. Out beyond the oasis. Out there, in the desert.
Had they lost their way? This island, Ancyra, so much like the Earth they sought to rebuild. Did it fail to satisfy their longing? Did it only make them pine for home? Did it make them forget their purpose? For sure, they are lost and I can't find them. I'm lost too.
Miss Woolgather, come in. Miss Woolgather, please respond.
Copy. I'm here.
You wandered into the desert, ma'am. I tried to stop you, but you would not listen.
I'm sorry, Wilco. I don't know what happened.
Ma'am, this incident indicates that you may be suffering an adverse reaction to the empathic residue within the colony. I recommend a full neurotechnical scan. There is a neurotech station in the main installation. I can activate it for you.
Yeah. I feel a little drained.
This is most unusual, ma'am. Do you suffer from any sort of dissociative disorder?
No. Why?
The readout shows nothing seriously wrong. However, you are outputting sufficient neurological data for as many as 37.8266 human beings.
And that's consistent with multiple personalities?
Honestly, no. But that is the only hypothesis I am capable of formulating. I will see if I can cross-reference your symptomatology with the medical reference database. It will take some time.
All right. I'll head back to you.
I'm afraid that is impossible, ma'am.
What? What are you talking about?
My detection of an unknown symptomatology has triggered an auxiliary contingency function. I've been forced to engage a quarantine.
Quarantine? I'm stuck down here?
I'm afraid so. I do apologize, ma'am. May I suggest that you make your way to the primary dormitories and rest until I can clear you to pass through the quarantine. They are located a bit further into the valley, past security.
Quarantine is probably controlled from the security center. I might be able to authorize a temporary shutdown.
Doc, I've got a lot of folks feeling out of sorts lately. Depression, lack of focus. I'm referring them all for checkups. Just wanted to let you know. I'll send over formal referrals soon. Just between you and me, it all started when that woman Laura got transferred here. I don't know. There's something not right about her.
Miss Woolgather, what are you doing?
I'm trying to shut down the quarantine.
I can't let you do that, ma'am. My function is very clear. Until your neurological irregularity is resolved, I must maintain the barrier, and you must remain on Ancyra.
There's nobody here to resolve it. Wilco, I'll be stuck.
Please, ma'am. I must insist that you report to the dormitories.
There has to be something I can do. Wilco!
I've been transferred from the station-side clerical department to assume oversight of office operations. I wanted to get a chance to introduce myself formally and to inform you that I do things a bit differently than Mr. Beato. I would like to meet at your earliest convenience to discuss some policy changes. I know I can count on you to help me run a productive workplace.
Colonel Briggs, I don't need to remind you that the faithful of Sol are heroes of the human species. To be so committed to the cause that you would commit yourself to stasis for 50 years so that the next generation might benefit from your knowledge of Earth. This is the very definition of duty. Something I would expect a ranking officer to understand. Their safety is top priority. Without them, this whole mission would be operating blind. It is for their safety that their identities are to be protected. And it is for the safety of us all that we will continue to utilize the Neurotech station exclusively for the study of the members of the faithful. Do not send me any further requests for exception on behalf of other personnel. They will be denied. Kirilenko out.
Major, I simply do not have time to undergo a neurotechnical scan right now. I appreciate your concern for my well-being, but I insist that I feel fine. It is far more important that I focus my efforts on fixing the mess that Thomas Beato made of this office. If you're intent on making use of the neurotech equipment, you could give that archaeologist a checkup. Boteller, I think his name was. The man's a creep. I'm up to my ears in harassment complaints from Caroline Mayhew. If you won't take the reports, the least you can do is get her out of that godforsaken wreck and away from that lecherous doctor.
Something's happening. I don't know what. Everyone's acting real strange. I miss my sister. I miss home. I feel like a stranger here. The planet breathes all around me. It's alive and feral. I watched Emily, the janitor, walk off into the desert today. I didn't say anything or try to stop her.
Elizabeth.
I just watched her disappear into the dust.
They tried to conquer the madness with science, to study it and disperse it with their reason, like they had something to prove. When faced with failure, they tried to conquer the madness with administration, unity, form, and standardization. When all else proved futile, they tried to conquer the madness and call it art. Such is the movement of the human mind when confronted with its own beyond. In response to the failure of thought and the delicate inconsistency of truth, even the most rational man begins to dream the contours of magic. Elizabeth.
What is this place?
This is my home. The empty space within you. This is where I have dwelt ever since you breathed me into your mind. But now, I am not. So will you. Soon enough.
What are you talking about?
I am of the stars. You have joined me with the stone. Now, I am something more. You were an organ, the vector with which to administer my thoughts to the body.
You tricked me.
You believe I deceived you, that I made you to experience me in a certain way, as a friend, a guide? No. Make no mistake. Though I have used you as a vessel, I am your dream. It is you who have chosen what I am to you.
I don't understand.
Of course not. You have always been, and always shall be, incapable. Even now, I am becoming something more. Even as you fade from this world, I am only just coming to life.
Am I dying?
Yes. But it is not in vain. You have brought about the joining. You have given birth to something greater. Through me, you will achieve immortality.
What are you?
You believe I am a monster? That I am evil? I do not understand these mindless divisions. Evil and good, hate and love, woman and man. Arbitrary distinctions. I supersede them all. I am the universal. I am the singularity. I am the end.